One you've all been waiting for. Please put your hands together for our best man, Phil. Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a time in every man's life where he finds that special somebody, the one that will love, know, and care for him best for the rest of his life. His one true love. That moment happened for Stephen 13 years ago when he first met me. For those who don't already know me, my name's Phil, and I get the honour of being Stephen's best man today. I'd like to first of all thank Stephen for letting me be his best man, but secondly for finally admitting in front of all these witnesses that I am truly the better man. Can I mention how fabulous you all look as well, each and every single one of you, and can I thank you for being here. In fact, you'd be mistaken if you didn't think you're at the Oscars. I mean, the fabulous dresses, the slick suits, and of course, as you all just witnessed, the odd dodgy speech. But speaking about the Oscars, it struck me how history tends to repeat itself. 25 years ago, Jenny was being put to bed with her first dummy, and well, here we are again today. Friends, family, jokes aside, I would like to seriously compliment today's simply gorgeous bride. I think each and every single one of you will agree with me that Jenny is truly the rightful star and centrepiece of today's wedding. Jenny, there's literally no words I have on this page that could say how gorgeous you look today. It's undeniable that Stephen truly is a lucky man. Jenny deserves a kind, a generous, a handsome and a rich husband. Fortunately, Stephen married her before she could find such a fellow. Gentlemen, I think you all agree with me today that it's a sad, sad day for single men everywhere. It's a day that another perfect 10 has sadly left the field of market. And ladies, I think you all agree with me today that it has passed you all by without much of a notice. Today, as part of my traditional responsibilities, I'd like to first of all thank a certain group of people on behalf of the lucky couple. This group of people may have seemed to have an easy day of it, but despite any thoughts to the otherwise, they've had to endure thousands of photographs looking stunning in each. They've had months of behind-the-scenes deliberations, delegations, planning for every part of their attire, their jewellery, their lingerie, their gorgeous hair, and the perfection it's styling with their makeup. Without further ado, I'd like to thank today's ushers, Andrew and Craig Rooney, for a fantastic job. I'd like to thank Stephen on behalf of the ushers for allowing them to be such a special part of this day. Before I move on to the bit that you've all been waiting towards, the stories about this young fellow, I'd like to thank Stephen on behalf of his gorgeous bridesmaids today. Haven't they been fantastic?
Yeah.
I'd like to thank Stephen for his kind words and generous gifts towards his bridesmaids. The bridesmaids have done their job perfectly today, ladies and gentlemen. Not only did they get the beautiful Jenny ready, but they managed to get her to the church on time. No mean feat, as this morning I understood she put up quite the struggle. But ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, a good best man speech would not be complete without an uplifting story or two of today's groom. Unfortunately, earlier Stephen requested that I do not bring up past girlfriends, and sadly this has cut my speech short by a generous 10 seconds. But nevertheless, we'll persevere and we'll see what I can pull out of the sleeve. Ladies and gentlemen, the first story I'd like to talk about, I remember fondly when we were about 17, me and Stephen had just discovered that girls were actually a thing. Back then, Stephen, of course, could have had any girl he pleased. Unfortunately, I told Jenny he did not please many. A friend of ours had invited us to a house party. His parents were out of town and he had promised us that there would be music, there would be hot tubs, there'd be hot dogs. And of course, ladies, there'd be the attendance of his entire sister's hockey team. We were game, and we arrived, but unfortunately, there was music, there was hot tubs, there was more men there than I would care to make an innuendo at, and more hot dogs readily available than what we could eat. But unfortunately, there was not one single female. It truly was the definition of a sausage party. Not to let a good night be spoiled. I'm not thinking that good night be spoiled. We decided to persevere and we decided to play a game of truth or dare. We got the bottle and by cruel fate it landed on Stephen. He chose dare. We decided to devise him a choice between stripping If I was my choice between stripping down to his boxers and running down the street playing Belfast or Thunder and Lightning, or he could lick some cream off our friend's horrible, salty, very hairy nipple. It was an obvious choice for any straight, heterosexual, masculine male. However, Stephen chose the cream. We prepped our poor reluctant friend's chest with the cream, and before we could even finish the job, Stephen had lapped up the lot. We were disgusted and horrified at his apparent enthusiasm to the task. However, there it was, moments later, his squeals of disgust and horror. But ladies and gentlemen, I think it shows the character of the man. That he was not disgusted at the location that his tongue had just touched. He was not horrified at the taste of salt on his lips. No, Stephen was horrified because he did not like the taste of whipped cream. Another occasion that I remember fondly is when me and Stephen went to Edinburgh to visit our dear friend Stuart, another one of the groomsmen today. We went out to a local dance, and we danced the night away to such classics as Does Your Mother Know? Or Stephen's personal favourite, I Want to Break Free. But after a wild night, we decided to walk home. Because it was my first time in the city, we were only maybe 18, I did not know where we were going. So I walked ahead to the junction to see if I could see a familiar landmark, but I could not. So I turned around to my dear friend Stephen, who'd been there before and would know his way. Unfortunately, when I turned around, Stephen was unleashing one of the best, yet cheesiest chap lines I have ever seen, attempted on a local. Ladies and gentlemen, I was never more proud. My young protege had finally become a man. My only critical point of his approach was the local in question was in fact the local lamppost. Look on the bright side, Stephen, it wasn't the most hollow relationship you ever had. But ladies and gentlemen, finally, a good best man speech would not be complete without an emotional toast. It's no secret that Stephen and I have shared a great friendship, a bromance that's often envied by many, and it's much to the disdain of our countless girlfriends, fiancés, and now beautiful wives. Stephen, we may not have a biological link, but it's true when I say that I will always count you as a brother. I think it's ingrained in brothers, biological or not, to always look after their siblings and to want the best for them. It's something our fathers teach us when we're young. And I will never forget the day that you showed me that ring and told me that you intended to marry the beautiful Jenny. I wish I could give you 2 marriage advice on how to have a long, happy, loving marriage, but the truth is I'm not married. But the second is whenever I'm lost, whenever I'm down, you 2 are the people I come to for my advice. So instead, I think it'd be fitting to offer you a reminder of everything your love has taught me over the years. You've shown us how patient, how kind, how genuine, how beautiful love truly can be. And you've taught me personally that love is worth pursuing and working for. But most importantly, you've showed me that love has its true foundation in friendship. I hope you 2 never stop allowing your love for each other to grow, and your compassion, your kindness, and your affection to ever stop blooming. I hope your love and laughter and smiles never stop, even filling this, an entire presidential hall. So Stephen, you will leave here today with a kind, beautiful, genuine, loving wife. And Jenny, you'll leave here today with a beautiful dress and a fantastic So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'd ask you to all stand, because I would like to propose a toast. Ladies and gentlemen, to the Stephen, a brother, a friend, and an all-around gentleman, and to Jenny, his gorgeous, beautiful wife. Ladies and gentlemen, to the bride and groom.
Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, can I ask you all kindly to please put your hands together for our best man this evening.